Thanks for watching another episode of Rider Nation Station. Help us help you by subscribing on YouTube or following us on Facebook. If you're looking for a reliable, trustworthy, and efficient roofing company, look no further than Grand Lake Roofing. Whether you need help on a small project or a large job, we want to take the load off your shoulders by providing our specialized services to you. Give Eric and the team at Grand Lake Roofing a call. 567-890-ROOF.
Albert Sporting Goods, outfitting your team since 1980. Our products consist of individual and team equipment for all community organizations, club teams, high school and collegiate sports. We personalize your gear with embroidery, screen printing, digitizing and graphic design with on-site services to deliver quality uniforms, spirit wear, and fulfill every equipment need. Order online now at albertsportinggoods.com.
The St. Mary's Memorial High School Alumni Foundation is proud to support St. Mary's athletics. We invite you to become a member of the Alumni Foundation by checking out our website at www.mhsaf.com or checking us out on Facebook. Good luck, Riders.
Here at TLC, we expanded our business, so we wanted the security of knowing exactly where all the kids are and what's going on in each of the rooms. We chose Fowler's because we've done all our televisions with them, and they mentioned they have security systems. So we just wanted to go out and look at it, and they were very upfront, and they do excellent work from start to finish. And so we chose Fowler's TV. It's been great for us here at TLC Learning Center, and Fowler's TV would be great for anyone.
Did you know teen drivers represent the highest risk age group involved in automobile accidents? Because of this, an in-person teen driver education program is extremely important, and Capabilities Driving School is here to help. Capabilities now administers the Ohio Bureau of Motor Vehicle Driving Test for our students and the general public to obtain their driving licenses. Call us today at 419-394-0003 extension 1300 to enroll or learn more about the services that Capabilities Driving School has to offer.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to St. Mary's, Ohio, Rider Nation Station at Grand Lake Health System Court, where tonight we will bring you the Grand Lake rivalry, where the Celina Bulldogs will come in and face the St. Mary's Rough Riders. Both teams coming in with the same record in the league, 5-3, tied for fourth in the Western Buckeye League. St. Mary's Rough Riders come in at 15-6. Celina Bulldogs at 12-9. As always, we thank you for tuning into Rider Nation Station, where we are excited for some rivalry basketball. Want to start things off, Bill and Kelly?
Sure. Last year the Riders took this ball game 64-45, and then this year coming in, both teams are like you said, are at 5-3 in the WBL. Looking, the winner finishes fourth, and the loser finishes fifth in the league. The Riders are led by 6'7" senior Evan Angstman at 21 points a game, and the Bulldogs are led by 6'1" senior Braylon Gabus, who's averaging 16.6 points a game. He's their one man does it all. He's their leading rebounder. He's their leading scorer. He does it all. He was their all-league quarterback for the football team. The kid can do just about anything athletically. Kelly?
Well, this game is going to come down to how physical and how aggressive the Celina Bulldogs can be in defending the St. Mary's Rough Riders. Celina is not as big, but they are quick and athletic. And so if they could come up and pressure the Rough Riders, make them uncomfortable, not give them open looks, then we're going to have a tough contest. And talking to, go ahead, Derek, you talked to Coach Adam Johns before the game.
Yeah, with talking to Coach Johns, and obviously we should mention, Coach Johns is a familiar face, or should be a familiar face to Rider fans, as Coach Johns was a Rough Rider grad. He is 6th all-time on the Rider scoring list with 1,068 points, and was the former all-time leading rebounder prior to Austin Parks breaking his record by only 3 rebounds last season. But in talking to Coach Johns before the game, he recognizes that he's at a massive size difference. So looking at Celina's lineup, they don't have anybody that's super small, but they have basically no size. So their starting lineup goes 6'1", 6'1", 6'1", 6 foot, 6 foot. So, compare that to the Riders. There's definitely a size disadvantage for the Bulldogs. So going into tonight, Coach Johns wants to make sure they're physical. He thinks that can be an advantage for the Bulldogs, that they can make the Riders uncomfortable with their physicality. But he also wants to keep it a fast-paced game, to get out in transition and to play fast, because if it becomes a slow, grinding game, similar to how the Celina-Wapak game was last week, that it's not a game they can win. So they want to be fast and get the Riders out in space.
The Riders are averaging 60 points a game, and they're giving up 50 points per game, where the Bulldogs are averaging 52 points a game, and they're giving up pretty much 52 points a game. The Bulldogs, besides Braylon Gabus, they're averaging Caleb Gabus 9.3 points a game, Grant Duncan 7.7, Lennon Cisco 7, Caden Wertz 7.3. So that's pretty balanced scoring across the whole top 6 players, which is nice for a coach to have. Where the Riders, after Evan Angsman is averaging 21, Jace Turner with 13, Noah Payne with 8, Cobain Owens with 7.3. So that's really not too bad either. Both teams are pretty well balanced scoring-wise. Jace Turner leads the Riders at almost 9 rebounds per game. And again, for the Bulldogs, Braylon Gabus averages 6.1 rebounds a game. So it looks to be like a pretty even game, and it should be exactly what a rivalry game should be.
Yeah, the teams are different, but I think that in the end they'll match up pretty well and should make for a pretty exciting game for tonight.
Coming into tonight's game, shouldn't really be any surprise for St. Mary's, because over the last several weeks, defenses have been geared very much towards shutting down Evan Angsman, not giving him good looks. Everybody knows he's an outstanding three-point shooter, so not giving him clean looks at the basket, but at the same time trying to double Jace Turner inside. Put a lot of pressure on him. Don't let him get the ball low down on the blocks. And so defenses have been very much geared to that, sometimes not guarding some other guys while they're making those game preps. I'm guessing that probably the Bulldogs are going to come out and do that. If you think back to 4 years ago when Adam Johns took the coaching job at Celina, he immediately came out that year in the tournament and put on, I don't want to call it a junk defense, but he had a defense specially designed to try to contain Austin Parks in the tournament when we played him. And it was funny, I talked to him later and he said, hey, we had to do something. And so I know he's willing to kind of step outside the box a little bit to come up with a defensive plan. And he's a smart guy. He knows where the points are coming from for St. Mary's, and I'm sure he's probably got something up his sleeve tonight as he comes in here.
I think it's also worth mentioning that the Riders have struggled over the last few Fridays. Coach Hagemeyer's even mentioned it in some interviews as well. It's been the last 4 Fridays. Some of the games they've won, some of the games they haven't, but they've come out really slow, and I think that's something that the Riders are really going to have to focus on tonight.
They've been great on Saturdays. Fridays, not so much. And unfortunately, Friday's when the WBL games are played. So yeah, he's, I'm sure, been working on that, just getting that mindset of coming out ready to play right out of the chute.
I think one of the things we're going to have to look out for, if they're going to go out and stop Evan Angsman, which they're going to have to, that if Cobain Owens can attack the basket and open up some shots for himself and also for Jace Turner.
And Cobain has really stepped up his game.
He's played really well the last month or so of the season.
Right.
He's really stepped up. And you're right, it'll be important that he does that again tonight.
And yeah, his scoring average is continuing to creep up a little higher each time.
Well, they're lowering the flag here, Rider fans. So we are going to take a short break, and we will be back with starting lineups right after this.
St. Mary's Legion Post 323, veterans working for veterans and the future of our country. The St. Mary's Legion Post 323 also donates thousands of dollars each year to local summer programs such as Boys State, Girls State, scholarships in education, Boy Scouts, oratorical, and shooting sports. St. Mary's Legion Post 323, remembering the past, living the present, and working for the future.
In need of a marketing idea for your business or organization? From concept to execution, we are your go-to for promotional products, signage, apparel, print materials, graphic design, and fundraising. Freedom Marketing Strategies is a Rough Rider-owned business with over 50 years of marketing, graphic design, and fundraising support. Call Sissy or Gail today to get started.
Hey Rider Nation, you interested in learning how to play pickleball or looking for a place to play? Check out Grand Lake Pickleball, the area's only indoor professional pickleball facility. Grand Lake Pickleball is located at 575 Greenville Road in St. Mary's. Find more information online at www.grandlakepickleball.com.
Well, the flag is coming back up, and we are getting ready to hear the starting lineups tonight here at Grand Lake Health Systems Court between the Celina Bulldogs and their rivals, the St. Mary's Rough Riders. I think as the teams are ready to be announced here, that we can go over some historical things here for the Riders to keep in mind for Rider fans. So Evan Enksman coming into tonight has 953 career points. He currently sits at 9th all-time and is 10 points away from jumping in to 8th place. That would put him past Dean Cook, the 1951 grad and Ohio State alumnus. He also sits tied with Austin James with 67 threes this season, which would set anew with his first three-pointer, a new season record for three-pointers. And then as well, he has 133 threes for his career, which is good for third all-time behind Garrett Flutterjohn and yours truly. Jace Turner, the 6'7 senior, has 901 career points and is 50 away from going into 10th all-time, which would put him past John Kinzel. So some milestones to keep in mind as the season kind of finishes out here. This isn't our last game here for Rider Nation Station with the boys, as we will have tournament coverage next Friday night against the Kenton Wildcats.
One of the things I wanted to point out about Jace Turner also, something that really sticks out, is he's only the 5th player ever in Rider history to have 900 points and 500 rebounds. That's saying something right there.
500 rebounds is a lot of rebounds.
That's getting it done at both ends of the court, and really the nitty-gritty, dirt under your fingernails kind of work when you're doing that.
And something to keep in mind, too, for the first 3 years of his career playing with Austin Parks, Austin was eating up a lot of those rebounds. There were fewer rebounds for him to grab.
Exactly.
So if Jace would have played with different personnel around him, might have had some more rebounds as well.
Not a stat that we keep, but his number of double-doubles the last 2 years has been pretty remarkable. And again, I don't have that information in front of me, but because we do stats every game, I often look at it and go, okay, Jace had another double-double tonight.
Well, he's very nearly averaging one. He's averaging 13.5 and just under 9 rebounds a game. So, it doesn't take a lot for that to eke up into the double-double range.
And he also has 137 blocks in his career, third most all-time in Rider history. So he's a guy that does a lot of the dirty work for the Riders and doesn't get a lot of praise to it. But if you look at those stats, he deserves all the credit that he gets.
And that's the rebounds and blocks especially are impressive statistics in Rider history, because Rider history is filled with a lot of great big men. The guards have been a little leaner in terms of historical great guards, but tons and tons of great big guys. So a lot of competition there.
As I'm looking through the crowd here, guys, both sides are well represented and pretty full on both sides of the stands. And we're looking at the St. Mary's side from our viewpoint here in the Crow's Nest, and it's kind of like a who's who of sports history here. I'm seeing some of the alumni greats from St. Mary's here in attendance tonight. Obviously, we got Galen Cisco down there in the corner. I'm seeing Carrie Emwally, one of our Hall of Fame women down there. Obviously, Mark Ashman. Saw him somewhere over there as well. And from the golfing ranks, we got Jill Schmidtmeyer in the house. So, boy, everybody's coming out to see tonight's matchup. I think they know what everybody suspects right now, that this could be a really hot contest.
It almost always shapes up that way. We've mentioned it on past broadcasts that anytime there's a rivalry game, usually you can kind of shrink the margins. You can count on a close game because the passion and hatred for each other usually makes for a tight game. Well, as Celina is being introduced, we'll go over their starters here. It will be number 1, Caleb Gabus. He's a 6'1 senior. His twin brother, Braylon Gabus, who is also a 6'1 senior. Grant Duncan, number 5. He's a 6'1 senior. Carter Allstater is a 6-foot senior. And then the only non-senior in the starting lineup, number 15, Caden Wirtz. He's a 6-foot junior. And then the typical starting lineup here for the Rough Riders. Number 1, Noah Payne. Number 5, Cobain Owens. Number 13, Alex Haney. Number 22, Jace Turner. And number 24, Evan Anksman. I think the matchup for tonight, it'll be interesting to see how Celina guards St. Mary's. But with Braylon and Caleb Gabus both being excellent athletes, and Braylon Gabus, by virtue of his stats, looks like a lock to be a first-team All-WBLer. I would have to imagine that he'll probably be guarding Evan Anksman. And so you got a little probably first-team versus first-team matchup there, and be interesting to see who shows up, who has the better game.
And foul trouble will then come into play as well.
Absolutely.
If St. Mary's does a nice job of attacking the basket, can they draw some fouls, get some of those guys in foul trouble, get the Gabus boys in foul trouble, and then, say, hey, let's see if the rest of these guys can beat us.
How tight the game is called could be exactly the difference in the game.
Yeah.
And the other thing that's important, I'm looking at Celina's statistics. It looks like from their stats that they only go about 6 deep as well. So both teams not having a very deep bench, going along with the physicality and fouls for the game, could both play a part in who comes on top. Well, we're getting ready for the tip-off here at Grand Lake Health Systems Court. It will be Braylon Gabus and Jace Turner. Big height difference there. I would hope that Jace could win this tip here. He's got about 6 inches on Braylon Gabus, though I know I've seen some highlights that Braylon Gabus can dunk very, very easily, so there's definitely some vertical ability there. But Jace Turner makes up for it with his long wingspan, and the Riders enter their offense.
Celina in a man-to-man. Good cut by Jace Turner for 2.
Well, Celina, as you saw in that possession, they're very aggressive out in the passing lanes there, and nice easy back cut there for Turner, and an easy bucket.
Riders in a man also.
While St. Mary's obviously has the huge height advantage for tonight's game, the other thing that is worth noting that Celina probably has a little bit of a quickness advantage. So with St. Mary's coming out in a man-to-man, they should be able to kind of pull them out and take them to the rim. Braylon Gabe is taking a deep jumper there. Maybe not a great shot, but the Riders giving Celina a little bit of their own medicine there, pushing it in transition.
Beat them down the court.
Right. Coach Johns talked about wanting to do that to the Riders. Something that sometimes you'll hear people say is that teams that like to run don't like to be run against. So maybe Celina Bulldogs struggling a little bit with that there.
Carter Allstate are giving a lot of shoving down to Jace Turner.
He's very, very physical.
He's giving up a lot of inches.
Good look.
Oh,
nice block by Braylon Gabus.
Yeah, impressive coming across. You could kind of see that one coming. He really timed it well. And Alex Haney probably needed a good shot fake there, and he'd had a good foul and a trip to the line, but Gabus with a nice defensive play. Yes, it was. That was a great pass. And, they sent the double there, and Jace usually does a good job of keeping his head up and finding the open man. It's not always an easy thing to do. Gabe is kind of out on an island there on Noah Payne and really had a good one-on-one opportunity. And I think that's something, if the Riders are going to give Braylon Gabus open lanes to drive, especially one-on-one like that, it's going to be pretty hard to contain him.
Yeah, whoever's guarding him, that time Noah Payne, he's going to need some help.
Yep, somebody's got to slide in and stop him before he gets that deep. Gabe is scoring the first 2 points of the game for the Bulldogs from the free throw line, and we have a tied 2-2 game with just under 2 minutes passed here in the first quarter. Really dangerous pass by Alex Haney there. Jace Turner not doing as good of a job there of finding the open guy, but Evan Angsman with the excellent play defensively with the chase down block over Caleb Gabus.
Evan Angsman took a little page from his sister on that one. That was a block volleyball style.
That's right. Nice assist there by Celina.
Steal by Noah Payne.
Right to Noah Payne for the easy layup. That's one of those buckets I'm sure will have Coach John shaking his head. So the Riders pull ahead for a 4-2 lead. Both teams kind of content with being slow in the half court, locking each other down defensively. And as I said, going to be hard to contain Braylon Gabus one-on-one, especially Jace Turner, who's a lot slower. Both teams with a little bit of sloppy possessions here over the last 4 possessions. Maybe a little bit of that rivalry jitter sometimes that tends to open up. Really,
Braylon Gabus is showing his athleticism here early.
Yes, the Red Sea really parted there for him, but it was an impressive hang and finish. He was in the air for a long time and got to the other side of the rim and kind of protected himself from the shot blocking.
Angsman for 3, straight off.
Oh, that's good to see from Evan Angsman right there. Hot start, played really well last Saturday against St. Henry, 33 points. And worth mentioning right there, that set a new single-season record with 68 three-pointers on the season for Evan.
There's a nice step back.
Yeah, that is not an easy shot. Well, the Rider student section is giving Lennon Cisco an earful. As Rider fans may know, Lennon Cisco transferred to Celina over the offseason, and the Rider fans were giving him an earful.
And I don't think it's going to bother him a bit.
No, it doesn't look like it at all. Well, Caleb Gabus gets a wide open look there. The Gabus brothers not super strong three-point shooters. Caleb's actually only made 5 three-pointers all season, but that's a wide open look. That's pretty easy for a lot of kids.
Another great look by Jace Turner to Alex Haney for the 2.
In the backside, you can see there as Braylon Gabus turned his head away from Haney. As soon as you see your man turn your head, you got to cut to the rim, and Haney did a good job there. And Turner obviously making a nice pass.
When the Riders get the ball to Turner low, they're double teaming him, and that leaves it open for that backside player to attack the basket. And Turner's hitting him with some open passes.
Good strong rebound there by Noah Payne, kind of in traffic, not an easy ball to pull down. Evan Hanksman maybe feeling a little bit of heat check there, hit the tough shot a couple possessions ago, but maybe a little forced there as he misses the contested pull-up three. Kind of a long pass there. Lucky that wasn't stolen there by Alex Haney. Really, Celina's been, for a team that wanted to get out in transition, they've been really slow here in the half court.
But they are attacking the basket pretty aggressively.
Yeah, but if you look at their statistics, only 35% of their field goal attempts have come from three, which is really pretty low for teams nowadays. Noah Payne getting a pretty good look there, but just unable to knock it down. Been struggling a bit from the field, especially from three of late, but he did have a really nice game against St. Henry. So hopefully a little slow start, but we can get him going here as the game wears on. Kind of a lazy pass there by Jack Knapke. Easy steal, but the Riders with a little mental lapse there and just an unforced error.
And threw it away, giving it right back.
Who turned it over?
I can't hear you. Who to?
Well, with just under 2 minutes left here in the first quarter, we are all knotted up here at 9 as Noah Payne does a nice defensive play, uses the correct arm. Sometimes the Rider players aren't great about that, but he used his inside arm to get in front of that pass, tip it, and he is fouled, which was probably a good foul there on Jack Knapke to prevent the open layup. I think in the NBA they'd have got him for a little bit of a clear path foul, but no call like that in high school, and so the Riders retain possession.
Foul on Jack Knapke, his first.
I was
gonna
watching
be his
that
second.
one. That was pretty lame compared to what they've been doing to Jace underneath.
but it's good to see that, you know, they're giving up so much size to Jace. They're going to have to be physical and really push him, so keeping it a clean game is good.
Allstatter's been twice as bad as what that one was.
Yeah. Good pass there by Cobain Owens. Should be a block. Good call there by Paul Winklewitz there. But good pass out of the post by Cobain Owens. And then a good drive there by Brendan Steger, recognizing that the closeout was poor and slow and that he could take it right to the rim.
Steger's only a 40% free throw shooter, so maybe not a bad foul on the Bulldogs' part. He hits the first one.
However, he's only shot 10 on the year, so kind of a small sample size. Riders subbing out Evan Hanksman for a quick blow here at the end of the quarter as Steger misses the second one. It was 1 of 2. Riders have a 10-9 lead with just under 1.5 minutes here left in the first quarter. Nice post feed there for the Bulldogs. Caleb Gabus had good position, just could not finish. Riders take back possession with just over a minute left in the first quarter. Good take there by Cobain Owens again, just could not finish. Great defensive play there by Noah Payne. Going to take it all the way for the easy 2.
Good quick hands by Noah Payne.
Great block there by Cobain Owens in the corner on Caden Wirtz's three-point attempt. Really tough floater there by London Cisco as Alex Haney pulls down the rebound. Riders taking back possession with just under 30 seconds to go. I would imagine Coach Hegemeyer is wanting to take the last shot, holding a 3-point lead. It would be nice to take a 2-possession lead going into the second quarter. Looks like going to get Jace Turner a post touch. Great pass across the lane. Cobain Owens drills the three with just 8 seconds left in the quarter. Riders got to finish the possession though. And Celina has no idea how much time's left. And the Riders will extend their lead to 15-9 after the first quarter. We will see you back after a short commercial break for the second quarter.
Well, hey there, Aaron High, the car guy here. At Chef Auto Sales, we're a big supporter of the St. Mary's Theater and the Grand Opera House. So much so that we're proud to be the sponsor of the St. Mary's Theater Courtesy Shuttle. If you need assistance getting to and from the theater, just meet us at the pickup location located in the Public Library parking lot on Chestnut Street. We'll take you there and bring you back. For more information, visit the website, grandoperahouselive.com. See you at the next event. Here at Schaff Auto Sales, our customers already know we have a great selection and great prices, and that has them jumping at the chance to get a great deal. So before you buy, give us a try. Come see me, Aaron High, the car guy at Schaff Auto Sales.
Well, we welcome you back here to Grand Lake Health Systems Court for tonight's rivalry action between the St. Mary's Rough Riders and the Celina Bulldogs. St. Mary's Rough Riders hold a 6-point advantage after the first quarter, 15-9. Any statistics jump out, Kelly?
4 turnovers by the Bulldogs, and that's probably a little bit higher than Coach Johns would like for the night.
They average 8 a game, so.
Oh, yeah, there you go. There you go. Good point.
Especially in a game here so far that has not been super high scoring, those possessions are going to be more valuable. Might have gotten away with a little walk there, but Grant Duncan does take a nice drive to the rim and score. Maybe not, though. On the Schaff Auto replay, I think he might have used his pivot foot well and just covered a lot of distance. Good pin down there by Evan Anksman. Kicks across to Noah Payne for the open three. Buries it from the left wing. Good to see that one go down for Noah Payne, who, as I mentioned, had a good game against St. Henry. So hopefully he is kind of heating up as the season wears to its end and tournament play comes close.
He is a 37.5% three-point shooter, 37.5.
Tough step back there by Braylon Gabus.
Good rebound by Jace Turner.
Yep, strong physical rebound. As you mentioned, he's done a lot of that, 500 plus for his career. Evan Anksman does have a big height advantage there on Grant Duncan. Surprised he's not posting a little harder, trying to get an open look in the post. He should be able to score pretty easily on him. Jace Turner's got good post position and makes an excellent pass as Alex Haney does the right thing. Man turned his head, and you cut to the rim.
So far, I think the Riders have done exactly that. The Bulldogs have shut Anksman down from the outside, but they're attacking the basket, getting it to Turner. Turner's making the right decision whether to shoot or get it to the open man when they double team him.
That's right. And, while Jace is nearly a 14-a-game point scorer, but if they're going to double him like that every time he touches it, it's just going to be a forced shot. So you got to find the open guy, and he's doing a real nice job of that so far today. And he goes 1 of 2 from the line. The Riders do extend their lead to 8 points, 19-11 here, with just over 6 left in the second quarter. The Celina offense has really kind of ground to a halt here, I think, over the last 4 or 5 minutes. As kind of continues as Caleb Gabus takes maybe a little bit of a forced shot. Celina really got some good looks driving to the rim, but the Riders have done a little better job of having better help side and not letting them get all the way to the rim.
The Riders have slowed it down. I think they're content with playing this half-court game.
Oh, they definitely, and they should.
And they should.
They're bigger at almost every position.
Good move by Cobain Owen.
And right there, it was size again. He's taller and stronger than Lennon Cisco, and he just went right into his chest and took a nice jump stop and went right through him.
The whole right side was cleared out for him.
Yep.
He did exactly what he should have done. Resulted in 2 points.
Again, another turnover there.
I'll throw this in. Cobain has done a really nice job this year when he gets into the paint. His footwork is really good.
Yeah,
he posts
he pivots well. He posts well. Yep. For a point guard who does most of his work at the perimeter, he has a natural feel in the paint.
And there he says, I have a natural feel for the three-point line.
And again, that's similar to Evan's three-pointer. A tough shot, and Coach Johns does not like what he sees from his Celina Bulldogs. He's going to take a timeout, and we're going to take a break with him as the Riders have a 24-11 lead.
Miller Funeral Home has been serving the Rough Rider community in its time of need since the 70s. Our business is a family affair, dedicated to serving families with integrity, dignity, and compassion. Miller Funeral Home, proud to be a supporter of the Rough Rider community.
Do you find yourself faced with injustice or confronted with a legal matter that you need help resolving? If so, call attorney David Walbacher at 216-225-9181. That's attorney David Walbacher for all your legal needs.
Laura Yelton State Farm, servicing the St. Mary's area since 1989 with your life, home, and auto insurance needs. Call or stop in today and see Laura or Logan Yelton for a free quote. Go Rough Riders!
Well, with 4 minutes and 45 seconds left here in the second period at Grand Lake Health Systems Court, the Riders have doubled up the Bulldogs. It's 24-11, and it seems like the Celina Bulldogs offense has really ground to a halt here. I think they've gotten really stagnant, especially in the half court. Not a lot of movement, not a lot of screens, and they're getting a little less aggressive. I'm sure that's something that Coach Johns is talking about. Let's get a little more movement, guys.
They're stopping the Gabus boys from getting to the basket. Has helped out a lot too.
And right there, that was great help side by Cobain Owens. He did a nice job of sliding across and stopping him and making him take a little tougher floater rather than letting him get all the way to the rim. Good call there. Number 11, Carter Allstater, was really just pushing on Jace Turner, kind of fighting for his life, so to speak, giving up a lot of inches there and was shoving him in the back, and that's going to be the second foul for the Bulldogs this quarter.
Post up by Anksman. That was almost a gimme there.
Yeah, he's got 6 inches and a lot of pounds too on Grant Duncan. If they're not going to send a double, that's pretty easy money for Evan Anksman. And again, great help side. Evan Anksman sliding across, getting the block shot, though can't secure the rebound, as Braylon Gabus is the beneficiary of an easy bucket there.
Bulldogs staying in that man-to-man.
Really kind of surprised that the Bulldogs haven't tried anything different defensively. They've really struggled over the last few minutes.
Another good pass by Jace Turner. Haney can't finish it.
Good look for Evan Anksman, maybe too good, too open, thought about it maybe a little too much, but he misses it. Maybe there's a little bit which Coach Johns was talking about in the pregame as Caden Wernz really got up in transition and beat the Riders back. And some of that too, I guess we should mention, it's really hard to run in transition when you're not getting any stops. And Celina has not been getting a lot of stops of late, so got to stop there, a little easier to run in transition.
Wirtz is at the free throw line. He's a 74% free throw shooter.
Wirtz goes 2 for 2 as the Bulldogs pick up a little full court pressure here. Just looks like a little man-to-man. Don't see any traps coming, maybe just trying to fluster the Riders. Good pump fake by Cobain Owens.
Steger attacking. Can't finish.
Maybe should have to jump fake and kick out there. He didn't really have a great look. Ryder's doing a great job there of walling off Braylon Gabus as he tried to drive to the rim, making sure there's plenty of help side there. Caleb Gabus kicks out to an open Grant Duncan, who cannot connect.
Good box out by Jace Turner with the rebound.
Evan Enxman still has a huge height advantage, even over Gabus, and easy bucket there. Jake Kanapke really taking his time there, and Jace Turner says, no can do.
Sends it into the crowd.
Coach Hagemeyer doing quite a bit more subbing than he normally does, keeping these guys fresh. Maybe that's the new Friday night strategy.
That's true. That may be his way of kind of flipping the script, so to speak, on Fridays. Tough pull up there by Braylon Gabus over Jace Turner. Evan Enxman pulls down a nice rebound. Noah Payne open for three in the corner. Cannot connect. Really good look there. Jace Turner doesn't get the block, but did affect that shot. And nice hustle there by Turner as he saved that ball from this line of possession to Noah Payne, who gets fouled.
Foul on Jake Kanapke of the Bulldogs.
It's going to be Kanapke's third, so I'm sure he'll sit for the rest of the minute and a half left here in the second corner. 30-second timeout. We will take a short break.
If you're looking for a reliable, trustworthy, and efficient roofing company, look no further than Grand Lake Roofing. Whether you need help on a small project or a large job, we want to take the load off your shoulders by providing our specialized services to you. Give Eric and the team at Grand Lake Roofing a call. 567-890-ROOF.
Here at Schaff Auto Sales, our customers already know we have a great selection and great prices, and that has them jumping at the chance to get a great deal. So before you buy, give us a try. Come see me, Aaron High, the car guy at Schaff Auto Sales.
We welcome you back here to Grand Lake Health Systems Court. Just over a minute left here in the first half. Riders hold a 28-15 advantage over the Celina Bulldogs. Riders in the half-court offense here. Easy post touch for Jace Turner, and he converts with his kind of patented right hook.
Grant Duncan has just no answer, for either Enxman or Turner, whoever he ends up on.
Nice pass there by Gabus, finding the open Duncan for an easy layup.
Nice play by Duncan right there. Nice finish.
Brendan Steger kind of turned his head and backside help, let his man cut behind him. Kind of a cardinal sin in basketball. You got to see both your ball and your man at all times and let his man get behind him. Ooh. Good hands there by Braylon Gabus. Kind of tipped back and forth. Officials, Ben Kramer, Paul Winkowitz, not sure who touched it, but they were going to give it to Celina with 28 seconds left here in the first half.
Can we see that on replay? Did we see it? We got Ross back, so if it's possible to see it, we've got the best cameraman in the business down there.
That's right, Ross is the man. Good look there for Braylon Gabus. Though Jace Turner probably affected it some just with his length. Couldn't convert. He's really struggled here in the second quarter especially.
Yeah, he's having to settle for outside shots rather than attack the basket like he did real early in the contest.
Tough look there for Cobain Owens. Had to get the shot up before the second half or second quarter ends, and it will end with the Riders having a 30-17 advantage. We will see you back after a commercial break with halftime.
Albert Sporting Goods, outfitting your team since 1980. Our products consist of individual and team equipment for all community organizations, club teams, high school and collegiate sports. We personalize your gear with embroidery, screen printing, digitizing, and graphic design with on-site services to deliver quality uniforms, spirit wear, and fulfill every equipment need. Order online now at albertsportinggoods.com.
The St. Mary's Memorial High School Alumni Foundation is proud to support St. Mary's athletics. We invite you to become a member of the Alumni Foundation by checking out our website at www.mhsaf.com or checking us out on Facebook. Good luck, Riders.
Here at TLC, we expanded our business, so we wanted the security of knowing exactly where all the kids are and what's going on in each of the rooms. We chose Fowler's because we've done all our televisions with them, and they mentioned they have security systems. So we just wanted to go out and look at it, and they were very upfront, and they do excellent work from start to finish. And so we chose Fowler's TV. It's been great for us here at TLC Learning Center, and Fowler's TV would be great for anyone.
Did you know teen drivers represent the highest risk age group involved in automobile accidents? Because of this, an in-person teen driver education program is extremely important, and Capabilities Driving School is here to help. Capabilities now administers the Ohio Bureau of Motor Vehicle Driving Test for our students and the general public to obtain their driving licenses. Call us today at 419-394-0003 extension 1300 to enroll or learn more about the services that Capabilities Driving School has to offer.
Well, we welcome you back here for rivalry action. St. Mary's versus Celina. The Riders hold a 30-17 advantage here at halftime. And here is Kelly. We'll take a look at some numbers.
Okay, for Celina, we've got Caleb Gabus with 3, Braylon Gabus with 8, Grant Duncan 4, Caden Wertz with 2, total of 17 points. And let's look across the board here. The Bulldogs are 6 of 21 for 29% from the field, just 1 of 3 from the three-point line, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. They have had no offensive rebounds and 5 turnovers, and those are a couple of things that we've talked about have been a big deal with St. Mary's in the past, giving up too many offensive boards. And so, again, you got a very short team, and at least they're not letting them get in there and, guards attack the basket and create reversals or rotations, I should say. Create rotations, and then they sneak in for a backside board. So that's a positive for the Rough Riders. For the Rough Riders, scoring-wise, we've got Noah Payne with 7, Cobain Owens with 8, Alex Haney with 3, Jace Turner 4, Brendan Steger with 1, and Evan Anksman 7. So everybody has gotten on the board for the blue and gold. From the field, they are, and should I stop here for that?
Looks like we want to send a big congrats to Lily Rammel, who is now adjacently a part of the Rider Nation Station family, as Andy Rammel has now been a part of a broadcast. That would be her father. But big congrats to Lily Rammel, who was just named the Sweethearts Dance Queen here at halftime.
My great niece.
Yep, that's right.
More
that's
Rider
right.
Nation Station
Yes,
family.
more Rider Nation Station connections. And we're taking a good look at the court there. Ross Henson, right, Johnny on the spot with the camera footage. So yes, great shout out to Lily Rammel. Volleyball star for the blue and gold in the fall. Okay, so back to the St. Mary's stats. From the field, 12 of 21 for a blazing 57% from the field, 4 of 8 from the three-point line, just 2 of 4 from the free throw line, just 4 turnovers, and only 1 offensive board for them. but again, you're not going to get a ton.
Yes,
you're
not many
gonna get-
opportunities when you're 12 of 21 from the field.
Yep, there are not too many to be had out there. So great shooting for the Rough Riders. 2 15-point quarters for their total of 30. Let's see, their longest scoring streak was 11. They went in that stretch where suddenly the Bulldogs could not score very, very well. And I think that's about it. Yeah.
Well, you know what I see. I think it's so far it's the best team game the Riders have played, pretty much for quite a while. For quite a while. It's just they just played good team basketball at both ends of the court. They're helping out on the defensive end. They have stopped the Gabus boys from attacking the basket, and they're making them do jump shots, and they're not hitting them, and we're getting the rebounds. And at the offensive end, we're doing everything we need to do. We're hitting threes. We're forcing the defense to come out. We're getting the ball to Jace Turner at the block, and if he isn't open, he's getting it to the weak side person that is open because they're double teaming him. So I think the Riders are playing a really smart game right now. I think they're playing a really team-oriented, smart game.
Yeah, you're right. They're doing a lot of things well right now. And the other thing that's encouraging, I guess several things I should say are encouraging. They're not one-dimensional right now. You know, they're scoring in the paint from the post. They're getting to the rim from off the dribble. They've hit some threes as well. They've gotten out in transition. You know, they're just doing everything offensively. So they're not one-dimensional. And then the other thing that's definitely worth mentioning is that they came out well. You know, they've come out slow these last couple games. And the other thing that they've really not been doing well, especially on Friday nights, is they've been giving up a lot of penetration. And, you know, that leads to a lot of things. You know, it leads to layups, it leads to fouls, and it leads to open threes. And, you know, those first couple possessions, especially with Braylon Gabus, I was a little worried because he had some good drives to the rim. Help side really wasn't there. But the Riders have kind of cleaned that up here at the end of the first quarter, and especially in the second quarter, where anytime the Bulldogs have tried to drive to the rim, there's help side there, and they're stopping them, making them take a jumper, making them take a tough floater. So they're kind of running on all cylinders right now.
And you know, in that second quarter, I think the Riders played a good, smart half-court offense. They were patient with the ball, not taking bad shots, and moving the ball around to eventually Turner or Anksman would be on a lot shorter defender and getting open buckets at the blocks. And they converted every time. I don't think we missed one from down there yet.
I think sometimes, and we've talked about this before, sometimes you can fall in love with the three, and especially the way Evan Anksman has been shooting the three lately. It's an easy thing to do.
Yeah.
But you got to look at what are they giving you right now, and man, we've got some huge height advantage in there, and really hats off to Coach Hegemeyer and to the guys themselves that they're identifying what's out there and what's available and taking advantage of it.
Yep, I agree totally.
Now, what are you guys doing when you go, you're Adam Johns now, you go into the locker room, what are you talking about, and what's going to be the plan for the second half?
Well, obviously something's got to change defensively. You know, that we talked off camera at halftime here that, you know, when they're sending doubles in the post, it's coming across. And so that's what's allowing, especially Alex Haney, to cut to the rim for open layups. When you help, if you're going to double in the post, you got to help down, which means you come from somebody who either threw the pass or is next to the thrower. So you're coming from the three-point line down. You can't come across.
And it forces the offensive player to make a decision quick.
Right.
But if he comes from the backside, like Derek said, now he still has control of the ball, and he can take all the time in the world to make a decision what he wants to do with it and find the open man.
Right, and so he needs to do something different defensively, you know, whether that's playing man with a different philosophy or maybe even going to a zone. You got to mix things up a little bit here. But, you know, while the Riders played really, really well in the first half, this game's by no means out of reach for the Bulldogs.
Oh, no.
It's a 13-point game. As we've talked about before, you just got to kind of cut it into parts. 13 points. All right, let's cut it to 6 or 7 points by the end of the third quarter, and that's very doable for the Celina Bulldogs.
Celina staying in the man-to-man though. Jace Turner again finds Noah Payne or Alex Haney underneath the basket for 2.
And again, that picture-perfect example right there, helping across. It's an easy pass for Jace Turner when you help across.
Payne with the steal. Ball hangs and loses. Kind of a scrum for it.
I think Evan was running with the ball before he ever really had possession of it. Was maybe seeing a layup in his future. Though he might get his layup right here.
Again, foul there on Braylon Gabus.
Again, Gabus just giving up a lot of inches to Evan Anksman there. Easy post up for Evan, especially with no double team.
Evan Anksman using some of that relative Mark Ashman post moves there. Drop step.
Not quite as good as Mark.
Not as good as Mark.
Good look there for Anksman, but the Bulldogs go in transition. I think Caden Warrants may have gotten away with a little bit of a travel there. I think there may have been 3 steps. But regardless, no call, gets the and 1 opportunity for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Warrants a 74% free throw shooter for the year.
One of their better free throw shooters. They're not a strong free throw shooting team on the season at only 67%.
Bulldogs picking it up now, even though it's man-to-man, it's full court now. Just putting some token pressure on St. Mary's guards.
Cobain Owens doing a nice job of attacking the pressure. Got a good look, just couldn't quite finish. And that's what you got to do if a team's going to pressure you like that. You got to attack it and get an easy look. Little Gabus to Gabus action there. Caleb to Braylon for the easy 2.
Alex Haney turned his head there.
Yep.
You talked about that in the first half with I think it was Brendan Steger.
Lost his man, yes he did.
When you play a good player like Braylon Gabus, played a lot of minutes for Celina, as soon as you turn your head, he's going to have that experience. He recognizes it, go right to the rim.
That'll be the 3rd on Allstatter, Celina's post player. Even though he's still only 6 foot, he's drew the nice move by Jace Turner underneath.
The double team was kind of hesitant. It kind of showed, kind of didn't show. And so Turner had an easy one-on-one on Olstatter.
Roll to his left, something that he's done very, very well these last 3 or 4 weeks.
Been much better about it. Tough step back 3 there by Gabus. Celina fans not very happy with that call, but I think that was the right call. Off the Bulldogs, Rider basketball.
Either give St. Mary's the ball or call the foul.
Yeah. Now I think Celina fans do have a pretty worthy gripe there on that one. I think Cobain Owens just lost his footing, unfortunately, and kind of wrong place, wrong time for Caden Warrants.
I'm not so sure that I wouldn't get the ball down to Jace Turner again, just like there.
Yep.
Force Allstattler to.
Oh, good pass.
Nice move.
Nice pass.
We talked about that in the pregame. Cobain Owen attacking the basket and then dishing it off when he has to. Exactly what he did there.
And great job by Jace Turner there of keeping the ball high. If he'd have caught it, brought it down, it might have had some hands reaching in there to try to strip him, but he did a nice job of keeping it high. Caleb Gabus doing a nice job. Spin cycle on Noah Payne. Noah Payne picks up his third.
Caleb gave us just a 61% free throw shooter. Misses that first one.
Noah Payne going to head to the bench with those 3 fouls. Brennan Steger making his first appearance here in the second half. 5 minutes left here in the third quarter at Grand Lake Health Systems Court. As Caleb Gavis knocks down free throw number 2, cutting that Rider lead back to 13. Caleb Gavis doing a real nice job moving his feet with Evan Anksman. Evan kind of using his size to get it across the half court.
A few years ago, there was an emphasis that is obviously not being called anymore, the old arm bar.
Yeah.
He's giving him a big old arm bar on that one.
And the Gavis brothers are both very strong, physical athletes. So if they're going to be allowed to do that, it's going to be tough to get around them.
Right now the Riders just passing it around the perimeter with Jace Turner trying to get open on the block. There it is.
Good up and under. Oh. Not sure if that foul was called on the shot.
We got a double technical on Alex Haney and Caleb Gavis, or Braylon Gavis.
I didn't see it.
They went at each other just using their mouths. There'll be no shots. Ball will be taken out at point of interruption.
However, the most important part about that play was that Braylon Gavis, the Celina Bulldogs leading scorer, leading rebounder, 16.5 points a game, just heads to the bench with his 4th foul.
Explain why on that, Derek.
So in high school, technical foul counts as a personal foul. It does not in the NBA, but in college and high school, it does count as a personal foul.
We should have had Bill Krug, ex-official, explain that one.
Yeah.
Good take there by Caden Wernz, pulling out Jace Turner, who's definitely got a quickness advantage on, and doing a good job of kind of extending out with that left hand away from the shot blocker, going to the line, shoot 2.
That's Turner's first of the night.
Wernz, as Bill mentioned earlier, 74% on the season from the line, one of their better free throw shooters. Good strong rebound there by Jace Turner. Riders have a 12-point advantage. 3.5 left here in the third quarter, 36-24. Alex Haney needed to put a little arc on that one. Jace Turner did have him pinned, but had to give him a little air. Another block there by Jace Turner. Alex Haney pulls down the rebound. Riders do have a little bit of an advantage here, but they choose to slow it down. Got a 12-point advantage. Coach Hagemeyer maybe wants to slow things down here. Talk things over with his crew. We'll take a 30-second timeout. Be back right after this.
St. Mary's Legion Post 323, veterans working for veterans and the future of our country. St. Mary's Legion Post 323 also donates thousands of dollars each year to local summer programs such as Boys State, Girls State, scholarships and education, Boy Scouts, oratorical, and shooting sports. St. Mary's Legion Post 323, remembering the past, living the present, and working for the future.
In need of a marketing idea for your business or organization? From concept to execution, we are your go-to for promotional products, signage, apparel, print materials, graphic design, and fundraising. Freedom Marketing Strategies is a Rough Rider-owned business with over 50 years of marketing, graphic design, and fundraising support. Call Sissy or Gail today to get started.
36-24 here left in with 3 minutes left in the third. Brendan Steger has an open look in the corner. but misses it. Riders a little tardy getting back in transition. The Bulldogs miss, and Turner pulls down the rebound.
The Bulldogs have pushed it pretty quick the last 2 or 3 times down the court.
And they've had a little success there. They've beaten the Riders back.
Yeah.
I think that's definitely something Coach Johns, as I said in pregame, was looking for the Bulldogs to do, and they need to do more of it. Great cut there and great pass by Cobain Owens to Jace Turner as he picks up the assist. And Turner uses the rim to protect himself, gets the shot off underneath.
Little Mikan drill on that one.
Tough fadeaway there by Caden Werns. Coach John's going to take a quick 30-second timeout. We'll take a break with him.
Hey Rider Nation, you interested in learning how to play pickleball or looking for a place to play? Check out Grand Lake Pickleball, the area's only indoor professional pickleball facility. Grand Lake Pickleball is located at 575 Greenville Road in St. Mary's. Find more information online at www.grandlakepickleball.com.
Well, hey there, Aaron High, the car guy here. At Shelf Auto Sales, we're a big supporter of the St. Mary's Theater and the Grand Opera House. So much so that we're proud to be the sponsor of the St. Mary's Theater Courtesy Shuttle. If you need assistance getting to and from the theater, just meet us at the pickup location located in the Public Library parking lot on Chestnut Street. We'll take you there and bring you back. For more information, visit the website, grandoperahouselive.com. See you at the next.
We welcome you back after our timeout there. Rider offense kind of getting a little sluggish here in the third quarter. Only 8 points so far with 2 minutes left in the quarter. Hopefully the Riders can get back on track here. Maybe be a little more strong with the ball and get back to what they've been good at, feeding Jace Turner in the post.
Jake Kanapke has Turner at the block.
Oh, there
Good
it is.
Pass, nice pass there by Cobain Owen. He got the arch on it that time, got it over the defender, and a good easy turnaround for Jace Turner.
They're fronting a little bit more, which they weren't doing before, and so that is open now. We had a turnover before, we just didn't get the ball up high enough.
And the help side just wasn't there quick enough. You know, if you're going to front, that's fine, but your backside's got to be there quicker. Really nice spin there by Caleb Gabus, just could not convert. That seems to be his go-to move. He's done that a couple times.
Jace Turner got a little too aggressive on that rebound and picked up his second foul of the night.
Not a bad foul there, though that is the 5th team foul in the quarter, so the Bulldogs should be shooting 2 here. As we've talked about several times in the past, that rule change happened at the start of the season. 5 fouls in a quarter, but it resets, so it has changed how the game has been played. Some coaches that you talk to like it, some do not. A lot of them will talk about how it's made teams more likely to sub because fouls, you shoot fewer free throws. Evan Anksman a little careless with the ball there as Caden Werns just strips him from behind, picks it up, and gets the easy 2, and then Anksman fouls him as Werns will head to the line for the old-fashioned 3-point play. That's one of those turnovers that just kind of haunts you. Totally unforced. Just like that.
Yep.
Rider lead is down to 10. Just under a minute left here in the third quarter. See if the Riders will be content trying to hold for one shot. They definitely could.
Celina extending their defense out, trying to make St. Mary's move the ball.
Looks like the Riders do want to hold for that last shot. 30 seconds left here. Caden Warren's doing a nice job getting his hand in here, as we'll see on the Schaff auto replay.
Oh, I don't know.
Tough call there. I think probably was off of Warren's. Even if it wasn't, oftentimes that call goes back to the Riders just because it's tipped by the defensive player. Tough to tell who touched it, especially without the benefit of instant replay.
They could check out the Rider Nation station screen.
Yeah.
I'm sure Ross was right on it.
Seven seconds.
Hopefully the Riders know how much time's left. Steger's got to get one up. Tough look for three there by Steger, but he did know how much time was left, as the Riders have a 10-point lead here after three, 40-3. We will be back with fourth quarter action right after this.
Here at Schaff Auto Sales, our customers already know we have a great selection and great prices, and that has them jumping at the chance to get a great deal. So before you buy, give us a try. Come see me, Aaron High, the car guy at Schaff Auto Sales.
Miller Funeral Home has been serving the Rough Rider community in its time of need since the 70s. Our business is a family affair, dedicated to serving families with integrity, dignity, and compassion. Miller Funeral Home, proud to be a supporter of the Rough Rider community.
Do you find yourself faced with injustice or confronted with a legal matter that you need help resolving? If so, call attorney David Walbacher at 216-225-9181. That's attorney David Walbacher for all your legal needs.
Laura Yelton's State Farm, servicing the St. Mary's area since 1989 with your life, home, and auto insurance needs. Call or stop in today and see Laura or Logan Yelton for a free quote. Go Rough Riders!
Well, 40-30 here after three at Grand Lake Health Systems Court. Any stats that stand out, Kelly?
The Bulldogs outscored the Riders 13-10 in that quarter.
Yeah.
Well, like we talked about, they needed to cut into the lead at least a little bit.
Right.
And they've got the ball coming out in the fourth.
Tough pull up there by Caden Wernz.
I don't think that's the shot that Coach Johns wanted.
No, I would definitely think not. Bulldogs kind of got to be a little aggressive here defensively. Even if it's not getting turnovers, they just can't let the Riders sit and hold it for a minute at a time.
Riders are kind of going side to side, a little too much east-west out front here. A couple of pretty soft passes that are ripe for flat passes getting picked off for layups. I'd love to see him get back a little going at the basket like that.
There you go. If the Bulldogs are going to front like that, there are lobs to be had, especially because that help side is just a step slow. Cobain Owens doing a nice job of recognizing it, making a good pass. Jace Turner doing a nice job of running the passing lane. Getting rewarded with an easy transition bucket. I think if he'd have caught that cleanly, he might have tried to throw that one down. Probably I think that would have been the first career dunk for Jace Turner. Not quite as easy of a dunker as Evan Hanksman. Again, kind of a forced shot there by Wernz.
Yeah.
Not a good look.
Not the shot they want.
Good pass. I think Jace Turner needed to let that one rip.
And Coach Hagemeyer told him that too.
Yep.
Hanksman kind of short-armed that turnaround.
Yeah. He had the matchup that he wanted.
Yes, he did.
Good pass up in transition by Owens. Turner goes up with it. Again, another great look, just unable to convert in the post. I think Turner got a little piece of that one on Caleb Gabus' shot.
And look who's up and down the court. Turner has been up and down the court these last three times. He's
plenty of energy here in the fourth quarter for Jace Turner. Coach Hagemeyer calling out to his gang, let's slow things down, let's get a good shot.
with the 14-point lead. Now you can run that nothing but a good
careless
shot.
pass.
Yep.
Long pass, cross court to Lennon Cisco, who buries the deep three as the Bulldogs bring the lead back to 11. Coach Johnson wants a timeout. We'll take a timeout with him.
Here at Schaff Auto Sales, our customers already know we have a great selection and great prices, and that has them jumping at the chance to get a great deal. So before you buy, give us a try. Come see me, Aaron High, the car guy at Schaff Auto Sales.
If you're looking for a reliable, trustworthy, and efficient roofing company, look no further than Grand Lake Roofing. Whether you need help on a small project or a large job, we want to take the load off your shoulders by providing our specialized services to you. Give Eric and the team at Grand Lake Roofing a call. 567-890-ROOF.
We welcome you back to Grand Lake Health Systems Court as Lennon Cisco's deep three brings the Rider lead down to 11, 44-33, with just over 5 left here in the fourth quarter. What did Coach Johns talk about in that timeout, Bill?
He talked about staying aggressive and getting better shots than what he's looked at, what they've taken in the last 5 minutes or last 3 minutes.
This is a zone, and that was a half court, like 2-2-1 kind of thing.
Yep.
This is the first that we've seen this.
And they're going to have to trap some, too. They're going to have to get some turnovers. 11-point deficit with 4.5 to go. They're going to need some turnovers to get back in this game. Good pass by Brennan Steger. Oh, Jace Turner needs to go up with that shot.
He sure did.
You know, if there's a minute left, sure, you keep it and you hold the possession. But 4 minutes left, you got to score.
Nice pass there by Payne. Just not taking the shot.
Alex Haney might be a little remembering some of those blocks in that first quarter.
Some of those blocks, and he missed a couple open layups against St. Henry too. So maybe with a little baseball reference here, maybe having a little bit of the yips.
St. Mary's doing a really nice job of running some time here.
Hanksman's on the bench.
And, you know, with 3 minutes and 45 seconds left, if the Bulldogs aren't going to be getting turnovers, you do at some point have to start thinking about using your fouls and sending the Riders to the line.
It resets to 5, and so there was 0. They didn't have any until that foul right there. Hanksman is back in the game.
Oh, dangerous pass. Kind of a forced pass there by Evan Hanksman. Davis gets the open 3, but does get his own rebound. Another good look there by Grant Duncan. Bulldogs just very cold. Riders doing a good job in transition there, not getting too greedy. Don't want to turn it over just to try to get a quick bucket. There it is. Good passing there by the Riders, and Noah Payne doing the right thing there.
Nice
He's got
patience.
an open lane. You got to take the layup. And at this point in time, I think the Bulldogs are probably feeling a little desperation. Braylon Gabus does get the offensive rebound. Riders didn't do a good job of boxing out there. Celina takes a full timeout, so we'll take a break with them.
Albert Sporting Goods, outfitting your team since 1980. Our products consist of individual and team equipment for all community organizations, club teams, high school and collegiate sports. We personalize your gear with embroidery, screen printing, digitizing, and graphic design with on-site services to deliver quality uniforms, spirit wear, and fulfill every equipment need. Order online now at albertsportinggoods.com.
Well, we have fourth quarter action here at Grand Lake Health Systems Court. 2 minutes, 43 seconds left here. It is 46-35. Riders holding an 11-point advantage. Time is kind of running out here on the Bulldogs. Even with the Braylon Gabus bucket there in the last possession, they really need some turnovers on the press here. I would have to imagine in that timeout that Coach Johns is talking to his crew saying, all right, guys, we got to be really aggressive, and probably also talking about who do we need to foul.
Well, they got plenty of fouls to give right now, so it doesn't matter yet. But who's going to foul? It might be more important at this point.
Yeah, with Braylon Gabus on the floor with those 4 fouls and Jake Knapke with 3, it's got to be somebody besides those two. Brendan Steger doing a good job of dribbling through the trap. It's important, as the Riders did right there, to hit the middle with the press. However, got to use some bounce passes too. Sometimes throwing over the top like that against the press can be dangerous because everybody's running at you with their hands high. Brendan Steger doing a good job, although he almost turned it over there. But great passing.
Great pass by Turner, and then cut to the basket, and Payne rewarded him with a give and go for 2 points.
Dan Hagemeyer is going to take a full timeout, so we will be right back with fourth quarter action after this.
The St. Mary's Memorial High School Alumni Foundation is proud to support St. Mary's athletics. We invite you to become a member of the Alumni Foundation by checking out our website at www.mhsaf.com or checking us out on Facebook. Good luck, Riders.
Here at TLC, we expanded our business, so we wanted the security of knowing exactly where all the kids are and what's going on in each of the rooms. We chose Fowler's because we've done all our televisions with them, and they mentioned they have security systems. So we just wanted to go out and look at it, and they were very upfront, and they do excellent work from start to finish. And so we chose Fowler's TV. It's been great for us here at TLC Learning Center, and Fowler's TV would be great for anyone.
2 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Riders holding a 13-point lead. How are the Riders scoring so easily here against the Bulldogs trap?
Well, the Bulldogs have to extend their defense out, and when we're getting the ball to the middle, Turner's doing a good job of getting it to an open person, and then he's just sliding down the lane, and they're getting the ball back to him.
Well, pass to himself there, called a travel.
Yep. Yeah, I think they actually called it out of bounds. I'm not sure they ever called it travel, but either way, it should have been the Riders' ball. Can't throw past yourself.
Yeah, we need the telestrator here. This is perfect for the telestrator. But yeah, look at how high they're picking up St. Mary's here in this down the stretch, trying to get a turnover.
And it's important when you do that, you got to look backside and you got to look middle.
We have changed. Payne is in the middle, and Turner on the block for 2.
Great pass there by Noah Payne. Caught it, knew somebody had to be open because there were so many Celina bodies in the front court. Finding Jace Turner for the easy 2. Caden Wernz with a corner 3. Cutting that Rider lead to 12. However, Riders pushing it in transition, and Brennan Steger is going to get the bucket on the goaltend by Braylon Gabus.
That's not one you see very often.
Yeah, not many high school games have, at least around here, maybe in bigger basketball, Division I basketball, you see a little more, but.
And out of a 6'1".
Right, that's very true. The Bulldogs kind of having some desperation there. Not a great shot, but they need to get quick shots up. And so the Riders should be able to hold on here. They have a 14-point lead, 48 seconds left. Though, as I say that, jinx it. Riders turn it over. Easy bucket up ahead to Grant Duncan. However, it really shouldn't matter with a 12-point lead with just over 30 seconds left. Looks like the Bulldogs might give up on this one. As the clock runs out, Riders are going to get a rivalry win against the Bulldogs.
Braylon Gabus has fouled out.
I was really impressed with how the Riders defended Braylon Gabus.
I am too. I was the way he started the game. I thought, wow, he's going to be a handful the rest of the night.
Yep.
And they really did a good job of clamping down on him.
Finished with 12, and boy, they were hard earned.
Yes, he took a lot of shots to get those 12.
"19 seconds left, and Riders pretty much holding on to the ball.
Student section whipping out the flashlights, giving him the old classic na-na-na-na goodbye chant. Riders are going to pick up the rivalry victory 52-40 against the Celina Bulldogs. So we will take a quick break, and we will be back with stats and postgame.
Did you know teen drivers represent the highest risk age group involved in automobile accidents? Because of this, an in-person teen driver education program is extremely important, and Capabilities Driving School is here to help. Capabilities now administers the Ohio Bureau of Motor Vehicle Driving Test for our students and the general public to obtain their driving licenses. Call us today at 419-394-0003 extension 1300 to enroll or learn more about the services that Capabilities Driving School has to offer.
St. Mary's Legion Post 323, veterans working for veterans and the future of our country. The St. Mary's Legion Post 323 also donates thousands of dollars each year to local summer programs such as Boys State, Girls State, scholarships in education, Boy Scouts, oratorical, and shooting sports. St. Mary's Legion Post 323, remembering the past, living the present, and working for the future.
In need of a marketing idea for your business or organization? From concept to execution, we are your go-to for promotional products, signage, apparel, print materials, graphic design, and fundraising. Freedom Marketing Strategies is a Rough Rider-owned business with over 50 years of marketing, graphic design, and fundraising support. Call Sissy or Gail today to get started.
Hey Rider Nation, you interested in learning how to play pickleball or looking for a place to play? Check out Grand Lake Pickleball, the area's only indoor professional pickleball facility. Grand Lake Pickleball is located at 575 Greenville Road in St. Mary's. Find more information online at www.grandlakepickleball.com.
So we are here with post-game Rider fans as the Riders finish their regular season at 16-6, 6-3 in the Western Buckeye League with a hard-earned 52-40 rivalry victory over the Celina Bulldogs. The Celina Bulldogs will finish their regular season at 12-10, 5-4 in the Western Buckeye League. Kelly, what are stats for the game?
Okay, for the Celina Bulldogs, Caleb Gabus with 5 points, Braylon Gabus with 12, Grant Duncan with 6, Lennon Cisco with 3, Caden Wernz with 14 for their total of 40. They shot 14 of 42 for 33% from the field, just 3 of 10 from the three-point line, and 2 of those were within the last 3 minutes of the game. 9 of 12 from the free throw line. And we talked about it after the first quarter that when they had 4 turnovers, and we thought, well, they're well on their way to maybe scoring well above their average in the turnover column. Finished the game with 8 turnovers, so they cleaned things up, took care of the ball.
Just couldn't get things going offensively.
Right. And but even at that, outscored the Riders in the second half, 23-22. So as we were talking off camera here, it was that stretch in the second quarter when they kind of lost track of things, and St. Mary's scored a couple buckets, and suddenly they're facing at one point in time 14-point lead, or no, 15-point lead, and so they were kind of playing catch up the rest of the game.
St. Mary's really clamped down on the defense for like a 4-minute stretch there in the second quarter, and then on the offensive end, they converted. They were finding Angstman and Turner open on the blocks, and that was the difference in the game. That 4-minute section, that 4-minute spread there in the second quarter was the difference in the game.
Right, because if you look at the second half scoring, Celina actually outscored St. Mary's by 1 in the second half. Is just that about 8 to 10 minute stretch from late first quarter, second quarter that the Riders pulled ahead and just held on.
For St. Mary's, scoring goes like this. Noah Payne with 9 points, Cobain Owens with 8, Alex Haney 5, Jace Turner with 18, Brennan Steger 3, and Evan Angstman with 9. For the Riders, they were 23 of 41 for 56% from the field, just 4 of 12 from the three-point line, 2 of 4 from the free throw line, and 10 turnovers on the game. I should point out a couple of guys that had great floor games. Cobain Owens with just 1 turnover but 5 assists. He was dishing the ball really well. Noah Payne had 3 assists, a couple, I don't know if people noticed it, but a couple of no-look passes down the stretch there. And Jace Turner, especially in the first half, had 5 assists as well, and a lot of that was coming out of those double teams, hitting guys cutting to the basket. So did the biggest damage in the first half with 30 points in the first half, and some of it may have been purposeful, kind of slowing things down in the second half.
Sure.
But even at that, they left several points on the floor, missed some chippies in that fourth quarter that I'm sure they was kind of cringing at, that they were pretty easy buckets that they missed.
Yeah, when coming into the game, you would have thought that the Riders were going to hit more threes than what they ended up doing. But they did the majority of their scoring from the blocks, which is smart because they had such a height advantage. I mean, Coach Hagemeyer had a good game plan, and the kids executed.
And that's good to see, too, because you don't want to be so reliant on the three. Even though they're a good three-point shooting team, they shoot almost 38% from three as a team, which is outstanding. But you don't want to be reliant on it because you're not always going to shoot well. That's something that will bode well for them as tournament play starts next week. Is you got to be able to win in multiple ways, because otherwise you have a bad matchup and you get beat.
Yeah. If anybody's scouting tonight, they're going to see a different team that they did earlier in the year.
Right, and that's good. You got to have different looks, and it's also encouraging to see the Riders, especially Cobain Owens and Jace Turner having big games when Evan Angstman kind of struggling a little bit, and that's fine. Evan's not going to score 33 every game like he did last week, but having other guys step up is big.
Well, and we talked before about coaches are going to come in with a game plan, and Evan's name is at the top of the scouting report. And so people are going to try to stop him. It's important for these other guys to step up, which they did tonight. Now, from Celina's standpoint, I'm fairly encouraged if I'm Adam Johns. His kids fought. They came back, made a game of it, kind of made things interesting there in the late third, early fourth quarter. And so, didn't show that give-up kind of spirit. It's something you like to see out of your players.
Well, I think the first 3 or 4 shots they took in the fourth quarter weren't shots that they really wanted, that Coach Johns wanted. They had cut the lead to 10 at the break, and then the Riders got the first 4 to 6 points coming out because they took bad shots at this end. And I think that helped the Riders out a lot.
Well, that'll do it for our broadcast here tonight. We will be back in action with more Rough Rider basketball next Friday as the Riders will take on Kenton for a 7 p.m. tip in OHSAA sectional final action. So not an unfamiliar team for the Riders, and they'll have a chance to extend their season. Especially important for Evan Angstman, with that not having a great scoring game tonight. He's at 962 for his career, so be nice to see him get to that 4-digit number, and so they'll probably need a victory next Friday for him to do that. So we will wrap up. Riders finish their regular season at 16-6, 6-3 in the Western Buckeye League. We want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight, and I would like to thank my colleagues, Ross, Henshin on the floor doing his magic as always. Doug Spencer behind the camera up here. Rich Spencer making it all happen. He's the brains behind the operation. For my colleagues, Kelly J., Bill Krug, I am Derek J. Thank you, Rider Nation Station, for tuning in tonight. Good evening, everybody.
Thanks for watching another episode of Rider Nation Station. Help us help you by subscribing on YouTube or following us on Facebook.